Hi Yogi, welcome back to the channel. I'm Kira. I'm so glad you're here. Let's lighten the load and do a vinyasa style flow for letting go. You don't need too much for your practice today. A yoga mat, always useful, and maybe one block. Let's start on our backs. Pentacle pose. Bring your feet as wide as your mat. Bring your arms overhead as wide as your mat. So it's like you're a human starfish. And just allow your weight to settle into the solid ground underneath you. And we'll move into some breath work to let go of anything that may have followed us onto our mat. So we'll take 3 sniffs of air in through the nose and then a big sigh out through the mouth. Sounds like this. Let's try it. Keep it going. Last one. Let your breath find a natural rhythm. And as your breath settles, take an inventory of how you're doing. Notice how you feel in your physical body. What's going on in your mental state? Our internal state, it's constantly fluctuating. But as human beings, change is a bit scary. We're more comfortable when things are static because we know where things are. So sometimes we grip onto our body, our feelings, our thoughts, our relationships, our status, whatever it is, we grip on because we're afraid of change. Let's slowly draw the knees into the chest, coming into happy baby. But there's a concept in yoga called Aparigraha. It means non-grasping or non-hoarding. And you'll usually hear it applied to not hoarding material objects, but the application I've always found most useful is non-grasping with all things that are impermanent. Like how we feel in our practice, how our balance is on any given day. If we feel happy or peaceful, it's bound to change. And our practice can teach us to ride those waves. Grab onto the backs of your thighs and take a couple rock and rolls, massaging your spine. And we'll make our way up to a seat. And a comfy seat that works for you. And once you settle in your seat, lift your shoulders up to your ears. Really gather tension there on purpose. Take a big breath in. Sigh it out through your mouth, drop your shoulders. 2 more clearing breaths like that. So lift the shoulders, gather tension, inhale. Sigh it out, drop it. 1 more, inhale, lift, gather the tension in the shoulders and the face, and then let it go. And just breathe. Sometimes I think of the way I am with my dog, walking him on the street. He picks up some weird thing off the street and I'm like, drop it. Sometimes we gotta do that to ourselves. Just loosen the ties that bind us. Sweep your arms up overhead, inhale. Exhale, palms to prayer at your heart. Ganesha Mudra. Interlace all your fingers. So it's like your fingers are little cups and they're interlocking. Roll the shoulders back, sit tall. Feel the forearms parallel to the ground, and traditionally the right hand is on top with this Mudra or hand gesture. And this is the gesture of Ganesh. In Hinduism, he's the elephant god with the big Buddha belly, and he's known as the remover of obstacles. He helps us let go and push past things that are standing in our way. So we'll use this shape a lot in our practice. Let's lift Ganesha Mudra up, inhale. Exhale, take a side bend over to one side. Inhale, lift. Exhale, side bend other way. Inhale, lift. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, lift. Exhale, side bend. And then come back up, release the arms. Maybe on hands and knees, on all fours, tabletop position. Let's take a few cats and cows there. Just at your pace, at your rhythm. Then the next time you complete a cycle of cat-cow, let it go and meet me in a forearm plank. You'll lower down to your forearms, walk your feet back, and feel your shoulders and hips in line. Slight cat spine, so puffing up the upper back. Forearm side plank, building strength. Bring your right fingertips to your left elbow, and then spin your heels to the right. Left hand to hip or left arm reaching up. Press the right forearm firmly down and reach up. Can you roll through to the other side? You'll bring your left forearm down. It'll become parallel to the front of the mat as you roll through and switch sides. 2 more times like that. Rolling through, breathing through it. Other way. Just releasing our expectation that this is graceful or perfect. Meet me back in forearm plank. Lower your hips, and it's Sphinx pose. Early back bend, rolling the shoulders down the back, pulling the heart through the gateway of the arms. Inhale. Exhale, lower the chest. Press back, tabletop. Thread the needle. Inhale, lift right arm up. Exhale, thread, right arm under left, right cheek to the mat. Any variation with this that feels good in your body. And then preparing to switch sides, press the left palm down. Stretch right arm up, circle your hand, warming up your wrist, and lower right hand down. Inhale, left arm lifts. Exhale, thread the needle, left cheek to mat. A few breaths in this shoulder opening twist. Preparing to exit the pose, press right palm down, stretch left arm up and circle your hand. Lower left hand, tabletop once again. So listen for the details with this next one. Spin your right toes off the mat to the right, make a kickstand. Lengthen the left leg long and stretch left arm up. Modified side plank or modified half moon. Having all kinds of mic issues today. But you know what? I'm not grasping. I'm letting go. Okay, so lift the back leg if you feel balanced here. Reach your free arm over your ear. Inhale. Exhale, tap elbow to knee. Inhale, kick and reach. Exhale, tap elbow to knee. Inhale, kick and reach. Exhale, tap, turning on obliques, kick and reach. Now land your lifted foot down, lift the torso for gate pose, backhand reaching to the back leg. So we're in a side body stretch, free arm is reaching up, chest is open, neck relaxed. Inhale. Exhale, cartwheel the hands to the mat, back to tabletop. Second side. Spin the left toes off the mat like a kickstand. Right leg lengthens, right arm up. Lift the back leg. Free arm over the ear, find your balance. Inhale. Exhale, tap elbow to knee. 2 more. Inhale, kick and reach. Exhale, tap. Inhale, kick and reach. Exhale, tap. Inhale, kick and reach. Lower the back foot for gate pose. Side body as long as the back hand finds the back leg. Last breath in. Breath out. Cartwheel the hands down, tabletop position. Lizard lunge. Let's step the right foot to the outside of the right hand. And just a nice and easy lizard rock here. Rocking forward, rocking back, straightening the front leg any amount. Flossing the hamstrings and the hips. Not hanging on too long to any one position. The next time you lunge, let's switch it out. Left foot forward, rocking forward and back. Are you breathing? Part of why we breathe audibly in yoga is so we can hear that ocean sound of the breath that rinses away tension and grip physically and mentally in our practice. Next time you lunge forward, come to tabletop, tuck your toes and lift your hips high for a downward dog. And then just do your down dog thing. Maybe pedal through your legs. You could also squeeze the muscles of the face tight and then stretch them wide to release tension in your jaw. And then walk your feet to your hands. Forward fold, top of your mat. Knees can bend a bit if the legs are tight. Just heavy the head. Shake it yes. Shake it no. And we'll take a Malasana yogi squat. Turn your toes out, lower your seat. Malasana. Come to the bottom of your range where you can still get back up. And notice your tendencies. Are you rolling to the inner feet? If that's the case, can you move the inner ankles away from each other? Is your butt in the air? If that's the case, can you lengthen the tail down and pull the heart forward through the arms? Let's take 3 rounds of lion's breath, pranayama. So great for letting go. So you're going to squeeze the muscles of the face, breathe in. Stick out your tongue, bug out your eyes. Feel free to get weird. I mean, this is on the internet, but you're alone in your living room, so go wild. Here we go. Inhale, squeeze the muscles of the face. Release. Last one. Contract the muscles a lot. Stick out your tongue, bug out your eyes, let it go. Whew, so cathartic. Let's rise up to stand. Ground the feet on an inhale. Lift up. Exhale, arms by your side. Heel toe your feet underneath you. Inhale the arms out and up. Palms to prayer at the heart. Ganesha Mudra. So, interlocking fingers. Maybe the opposite hand on top. And then lift that shape overhead. Big inhale. Exhale, side bend. Doesn't matter which way, but bend the opposite leg, knee. Inhale to center. Exhale, side bend. Opposite side knee bends. Inhale, center. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, center. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, center. Exhale, free the arms. Interlace fingers behind the back if that feels easeful. You can always bend your elbows to give yourself more space. Puff up the chest, stretch the knuckles back. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold with the shoulder bind. Relax your head. Few more breaths here. Feel the knuckles stretching up and over the head, unlocking your shoulders. One more inhale. Exhale, release the arms. Inhale to chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, stay. So hinging at your hips, like you're sitting in a tiny imaginary chair. Inhale. Exhale, open twist to your left arm back. Inhale to chair. Exhale, open twist to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist left. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist right. Inhale, center. Exhale, straighten the legs, reach up, palms to prayer. Mountain pose, Tadasana. We'll move into several rounds of Surya Namaskar A, sun salutations, just to wipe the slate clean. Inhale the arms out and up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step to plank pose. Your vinyasa flow, that could simply be pressing from plank to down dog, or maybe a chaturanga and a cobra in there. Down dog is where we meet. Breathe here. Inhale, come high on your toes. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, and then walk, step, or hop, halfway lift. Exhale, folds. Inhale, the arms out and up. Exhale, palms through prayer, mountain pose, Tadasana. Let's flow again. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step to plank. Your vinyasa flow, your style. To down dog. Breathe. Claw the mat with your hands. And then try to come on to tiptoes and lift the sitting bones and drop your head. Feel a sense of lightness in this down dog. Child's pose if you need it, or stay 3 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Let's meet in down dog if you're ready to come along with me. Next inhale, lift right leg high. Exhale, curl the knee to the nose and lightly step your right foot to your right thumb. High crescent lunge. So you're on the ball of your back foot, arms are up by the ears, and get steady here. Steady gaze. Inhale. Exhale, palms to prayer. Ganesha Mudra. Interlocking the fingers. Lift Ganesha Mudra up as you straighten your front leg. Inhale. Exhale, lower Ganesha Mudra, rebend front knee. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Twice more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Stay. Keep Ganesha Mudra as you find Warrior 2 with your feet. Warrior 2 feet. Rolling the shoulders back and pulling the fingers apart. So grasp with everything you've got. Feel your arms working. Really pull, pull, pull. Create tension. And then let it go. And breathe. And just feel that energy of release. Bring your backhand behind your back. Half bind. Inhale, peaceful warrior, tip back. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down, step to plank, vinyasa flow, or simply press back to downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose, lightly step left foot, left thumb. High crescent lunge. It's hard to do yoga with my hair down. It's like choreography. But you don't worry about that. Steady your gaze. Inhale, exhale, palms to prayer at your heart. Ganesha Mudra. If you've been doing it the same way each time, try the opposite hand on top. We gotta vary our habits, folks. Inhale, lift Ganesha Mudra, straighten front leg. Exhale, lower and rebend. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 2 more, lift. And lower, creating tension. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower, stay. Warrior 2, keeping Ganesha Mudra. Pull the fingers apart, but roll the shoulders down the back. Feel your arms working. Feel the discomfort of grasping. Breathe and pull, and then fling the arms out. Let it go. Back arm behind you for a half bind. Inhale to peaceful warrior to back. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down. Step to plank. Vinyasa flow to downward dog. Start to walk your feet to your hands. Forward fold, top of mat. Padahastasana. You can bend the knees if needed. Slide the hands under the feet from the toe side. So you're stepping on your hands. You'll spread your fingers. Feel the sitting bones lift and then pull your upper body toward your lower body, folding yourself in half, relaxing the head. Carefully slide the hands out from under the feet now. Heel toe your feet together. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, palms to prayer. Choices here. You're welcome to stay in chair pose, especially if you're working with like a hip or knee injury, that might feel better. Otherwise, we'll lower down to a toe stand. So balancing on the balls of the feet, palms in prayer at your heart. Now lift your heart towards your thumbs. Can you find Ganesha Mudra here? Inhale, lengthen your spine. As you exhale, twist to the left. Maybe your right elbow can hook outside of your left thigh. Keep breathing through this challenge. Pashasana pose. Slowly back to center. Inhale. Exhale, twist toward the right. Left elbow hooking outside the right thigh. And notice how you might be wobbling all over the place. Let go of grasping a static, steady balance. It's not how it works. Back to center. Fingertips down, lift the hips. Forward fold over the legs. Step back, plank pose. And then lower your knees. A couple cats and cows to let that go. Find a neutral spine. Just like our warm-up, we'll spin your right toes off the mat to the right, like a kickstand, left leg long, left arm up. Lift the back leg and feel the stack of your right shoulder over your right palm. Option to stay or bend your left knee, think heel to butt, catching your foot. From there, kick your foot into your hand. Lean your head back, open your throat, Chapasana, making a bow shape with the spine. And then gracefully as you can, release back to tabletop. Second side, spin the left toes off the mat, right leg long, right arm up. Find that stack so that when you lift your back leg, you're balanced, you're stable, bend right knee, maybe grabbing the foot or the ankle. Chapasana. Kick your foot into your hand. Jut your chin forward to open your throat. And then release. Child's pose. Downward facing dog. Come into another flow from here. Inhale, lift your right leg high. As you exhale, bend your knee. Open your hip, either stay or flip your dog. We'll be back in a down dog split. And step your right foot forward, this time warrior one. So back foot grounds at a 45. Rise up and steady your focus. In a moment, you'll step forward to a balance, tree pose top of your mat. See if you could do that hands-free. Inhale. Exhale, step into your tree. May or may not be possible, but loosen your grasp on perfection. In a moment, we step back to warrior two. See that transition in your mind. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, just step back and land. And check your feet. If they're in a funky spot, you readjust yourself. So we'll play with half moon now, Ardha Chandrasana. If you're new to this, I'm just going to break it down so you feel steady as you move into the back and forth a bit. So get a really good warrior two. Yeah, toes facing forward, knees stacked over your ankle. For your half moon, you'll look at your big toe, hop your back foot further forward, and reach your right hand forward into the right of your standing leg, maybe on a block. Left hand can be on the hip, or the left arm reaches up. The hips are open. Now bend your standing leg and land in warrior two. Whew! You see why I did this. We have to release the grasp on perfect balance here. So now we'll go back and forth. So look at your front big toe. Inhale. Exhale, lean and lift, half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Now feel your back foot like an antenna. Your foot's feeling for the ground as you come back to warrior two. Last time, inhale. Exhale, lean and lift. Half moon. My half moon is wobble central today. Everything's in flux, always, always. If you feel stable here, you could perhaps bend the knee, try to grab the foot, Chapasana. Ground your front big toe. And as you're ready, it's a forward fold. Top of your mat. Folding over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, step to plank. There's a flow if you want it, or simply press back to downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip, stay or flip your dog. I don't think I have room on this side. We'll meet back in a down dog split. Step your left foot between your hands for warrior one. Back heel spins, you rise, you anchor your gaze. Virabhadrasana one. In a moment, you transition to tree pose, top of your mat. Breathe in. As you breathe out, lean and lift. Trust your muscle memory. In a moment, it's a warrior two. Inhale. Exhale, step back, warrior two. Good. Find your solid warrior two. I'm just going to flip around so I don't have my back to you. But find your warrior two, because you're just going to take the shape and tip it on its side for your half moon. So looking down at the front big toe, hop your back foot further forward. Left hand slides forward into the left of your front foot as your back leg floats up. Flex your back foot a lot, like you're kicking something behind you. And then start to bend your standing leg to drop back to warrior 2. And then we'll just go back and forth 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale, lean and lift. Leap of faith. Warrior 2. Remember your antenna foot tells you where the floor is. Inhale. Exhale, half moon. Lean and lift. Ardha Chandrasana. And then you stay. Can you lengthen your bottom ribs? Spin your chest open. Maybe you take that Chapasana variation here or not. But keep breathing through it all. Then we meet in a forward fold. Ragdoll. Grab opposite elbows. Sway side to side. Release the effort. Start to bend your knees and lower your seat to the mat. Maybe that can be a hands-free situation. Navasana, boat pose is where we meet. So knees can be bent, our legs can be straight. Palms to prayer, and then let's find our Ganesha Mudra. Pull the chest to the thighs. Pull the legs toward one another, and think of ripping the hands apart. So breathe, feel all that tension that allows you to balance, steady and strong. Final breath. Lower the feet, release the arms behind you for reverse tabletop. Lift your hips and chest, and shift forward and back. And lower your seat. Let's extend the right leg and step the left foot over it for seated spinal twist. Ardha Chandrasana. Feel your sitting bones plug into the mat. You're always welcome to curl this bottom leg under, but I feel the most rooted with the bottom leg extended. Left hand behind like a kickstand. Reach the right arm up. Inhale. Exhale, twist to your left. You might hook your right elbow outside of your thigh. 5 breaths here. Notice the quality you're bringing to this. Is there a sense of muscling and trying to crack your back or force yourself into the shape? Are you too tentative? Take one more breath wherever you are. And then unwind. We switch. Left leg long, step the right foot over it, sit tall. Right hand behind you like a kickstand of support, left arm lifts, inhale. Exhale, twist to the right. Lengthening up as you twist your spine like a spiral staircase. So spacious in the middle. And that allows the movement. Last breath in. Breath out. Unwind. And just bounce the legs a little bit. Bend the knees, bring the feet to the floor. Coming on to our backs. Sweep your arms up. Big inhale. Exhale, start to round the spine as you lower down slowly onto your backs. Arms by your hips, root your feet. We've got one round of bridge pose. So bridge, or it could be a wheel, whatever you like. As you're ready, lift the hips, anchor the feet. Bridge or wheel pose. no sense of rush. Whenever you're ready, come down slowly, slowly, slowly. And bring the feet a little wider than hips width so the knees can knock into one another. As you're ready, final resting pose, Shavasana. I'm going to take Supta Baddha Konasana today, soles of the feet together, knees apart. Settle into whatever resting pose feels most easeful for you. As you settle, scan the body for any areas of grip or tension that still remain. Aparigraha invites us to release rigid thinking. It's just as important as softening the muscles. Right? How we do one thing is how we do everything. And the more we can remember that all states we experience are just passing, just temporary, the easier time we have flowing through life. If you have the time, you can stay here for as long as you like. Otherwise, we'll slowly begin to exit our pose, wiggling the fingers and the toes. And slowly gathering the knees in and rolling to one side. Before pressing yourself up to sit. Join your palms to prayer at your heart and find Ganesha Mudra last time. Ganesh, the remover of obstacles, who helps us to loosen any ties that bind us physically or mentally or energetically. Bowing your head in gratitude to this practice and to yourself. Thank you for sharing your time and energy with me. Namaste.